And X is a funny one, but X is the latitude. So obviously, you know, the further north you go, the colder it gets. So, let's see. Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania has a latitude of 40. Okay, so I'll just write that down. Pittsburgh is 40. And Boston, Massachusetts is 42. Use the slope to predict the difference in the expected values between these two. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use that formula, the y hat, right? The 126.234x1. And we're going to use it for Pittsburgh with 40 and Boston with 42. So I'm going to show you me writing this down now, I think. So this is the gist of the question. So let's take Pittsburgh first. Its typical January temperature, predicted at least, is going to be 126, take away 2.34 times 40. I think I need a bit more light.
Yeah.
Lights on. There we go. Okay, so that's why we have calculators, right? So let's see what we have. 126. Is this the way you were approaching this question?
No, I don't know. I was calculating by the temperature rather than latitude, so I was getting like
the X was the wrong number.
Yeah.
Okay, so for Pittsburgh, it's 32.4 degrees. Okay, I can live with that. Let's put in Boston now then. Boston, it's going to be 126, take away 2.34 times 42. So I should be able to do that, 126, take away 2.34 times 42. And that ends up being 27.72 degrees, so it's a little bit colder. But what they wanted, and I'm in short of room, so I'll stick it in here, is what the difference between them would be.
So they just subtract that?
Yeah, just subtract it, and I believe you get 4.68.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think my X was off. Like I was calculating using the temperature rather than the latitude.
Oh, well, now you're good.
Yeah, and then the next one.
Yeah, I'll give you control again. And you can show me what your next, the next thing is.
This is so confusing.
Just say share and you'll be fine. You'll be an expert by the time today is out.
It says host disabled participants screen sharing.
That was me. I forgot to hit the little dot. Right, I've hit it now. You should be able to do it.
Okay. Okay.
And what question was this again? Just
number
curious.
17.
Gotcha.
On pattern in scatter plot and correlation. So part D, it's
a little. I just noticed the answer here. The difference between these two, I'm just looking at their answer, is negative 4.68. So the small one take away the big one. Evidently, that must be the order that they asked the question in. You know, the difference between A and B means A take away B. So the number was correct, but make sure you stick a negative in front of it and we're good.
Sounds good. And then part D, it's asking for a residual.
Okay.
So I think that was like, I didn't get there yet.
Okay, so if you can scroll up, there's a table there, and I want to find two places with a latitude of 41. Okay. So hopefully that table, there we go. Now, which one of these guys is a 41? Cleveland and New York.
New York.
You agree?
Yeah.
Right, so I'm just hold that thought for a little while I kind of write this down. So we have Cleveland and New York. They have an X value of 41 because that's what latitude is. And I hope the question is during January temperatures. If it is, then the numbers I'm going to write down is Cleveland. Cleveland is 25.
And then New York is 32.
Right. And we're still going to be using this formula, the 126, take away 2.34x. Okay, so I'm now going to take back control and we'll show you how you deal with this question. So essentially what we've got are two different questions. We want to find the residual for Cleveland and then later on the residual for New York. So I'm just going to do the Cleveland one and you can do the New York one just the same way. Right. So for Cleveland, the predicted temperature is given by what formula comes up with when the X, the latitude, is 41. So I'll go now.
Same thing. I did it wrong at the latitude.
Oh, okay. 126 take away 2.34 times 41. So we got that bit. That's not the answer, but that's a number we're going to use to get the answer. So what's that? 30.86. Now, to get
wait,
what's
isn't
called,
that 06 or 86?
It looks like it's 30 point. Oh God, my eyesight. I'm glad yours got a better one. It is 06. You're right.
Okay.
Now, we're being asked to calculate a thing called the residual. And you get the residual by, if you look at the formula, it looks like that. What it is, it's the real answer, right? The true answer. Take away the predicted answer. Right? Now, in this story, the real temperature in Cleveland is 25. The predicted temperature is 30.06. So that ends up being a negative 5.06, I believe.
Okay, I got it.